You too. We got cop realizes off-duty officer is the suspect. Hit that like button, subscribe, and link into it.
No, God damn it!
Hey, that seemed like a little like, I don't mean to make fun of bro and how he crying, but God damn it, like, come, I don't know if that seemed real, bro. What? He got divorced and cried? I asked my husband for divorce.
This is 48-year-old Kendi Howard. Just hours earlier, she was
not even Kennedy. That's
with
crazy.
her husband, Dan Howard, about wanting a divorce. If finalized, Kendi would have received nearly $1 million.
Nigga, I crash out on you too, bro. I'm
dollars from their marital assets.
They got me fucked up. I'm giving you $1 million just because you want to get a divorce with me?
Never happened, because 4 days after this footage, officers find Kendi dead.
I wouldn't kill you now, but shit.
Tragedy.
Nigga, if you think you gonna ask for a divorce from me, and then say, oh yeah, and I want $1 million from you, bitch, you can get the fuck up out my house. That dumb shit. Matter of fact, get the fuck up out my house once you ask me for the divorce. Give me the papers and get out my house, bro. I don't care. Now, if we have kids, that would be a little bit different because, you know, we both got to be there for the kids and whoop the whoop. But after, yeah.
Okay. She's in the bathtub. Yep.
I don't know. What did she do? What did she think she did to be able to ask him for $1 million after the divorce?
Police don't yet fully realize.
Rest in peace, her though, for sure.
That the scene has been meticulously staged by Dan himself. He is a former state trooper who knows exactly how to manipulate a crime scene. And even though officers find troubling clues that are suspicious, it doesn't matter because Dan will get away with murder.
Yeah, he's upset, but it's not real waterworks or anything.
Why does she think you killed her mom? Yeah, you did, didn't you? No, I didn't.
I'm just afraid he'll get away with it.
Why?
Because he is smart. You haven't caught him yet.
Ooh. This is an old ass video, by the way, chat. Apparently 4 months ago.
Of January 29th, and Kendi had just called the police after a heated argument with Dan over her wanting a divorce. After the welfare check that night, officers arranged for Kendi to stay with her parents, hoping it would keep her safe. But just 5 days later, Kendi left her parents' house and returned to the home she shared with Dan.
Rest in peace to her, first and foremost. Second and secondmost, why would you return to a house you didn't feel safe in, bro?
That same night at 10:43 p.m., Dan called 911, reporting something that would send police racing back to the house.
911. What's the address?
James Harden is getting traded to the Cavs for Darius Garland in the second round pick. Wow, man. Wow. I will show y'all the shit right here. What does that say? James Harden getting traded for Darius Garland in the second round pick. I may react to that, bro. I don't know, bro. How's James Harden been looking this season?
911.
What?
What's the matter? Tell me where you're at. Okay.
Bro, that's the same type of crying I be doing, bro, when I'm trolling. Like, this is not real tears, dude. You can hear in his voice, these aren't real tears.
Hold on for me. Okay, take a deep breath. I want you to get somebody there. What's the number there?
Officers are dispatched immediately after the 911 call, but as soon as they arrive, they realize something is very off.
Hey, what are y'all doing, bro? If your wife asks for a divorce from you and then she gonna ask for $1 million, like that, like a divorce already isn't enough, nigga. You want $1 million after you break my fucking heart? Oh hell no, dude. That's some audacity, bro. And I'm not talking about specifically, I'm talking about everybody else in general, bro, who be asking for divorce and then they gonna have the audacity to ask for hella money like that. $1 million, nigga.
Sir?
Do it look like this house is worth $100,000? No. So how is he gonna come up with that $1 million?
Sir?
Come on out.
Come on out, sir.
Over here. Come on.
Hey, and he didn't have to kill her, bro. All he could have did was like just not pay her, or just went to
Stay
court
out here, okay?
with old girl.
Somebody stay with him.
But $1 million fucking dollars,
Sir,
dude.
where is she?
Hey, and nobody deserves to die and shit.
Upstairs in the bathroom.
She's upstairs in the bathroom.
I said, but
Upstairs
nobody
in the
deserves
bathroom.
to die like
Let's
this,
go.
man. Regardless.
Your gloves?
In my pocket. She's in the bathtub.
Bro, I bet, nigga, I bet when the nigga, when he shot her, he said, "Yeah, bitch, now come get your $1 million." Like, cause it's $1 million. He was, bro. He really shot her for $1 million, over $1 million.
Central 23.
He shot her over.
No heartbeat.
I gotta stop talking about that, bro. I'm getting repetitive.
Not seeing anything.
Officers found 48-year-old Kendi Howard dead in the bathtub with a gunshot wound to her head. The presumed weapon, a .22 caliber pistol, was recovered from the bottom of the tub, submerged in bloody water. Officers stepped outside to deliver the tragic news to Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Hey, Dan.
Dan? Hey, Dan, I'm Deputy Wheeler. I'm sorry to inform you, but your wife is passed, sir.
No, God damn it.
Oh God damn it! No! Bruh, hey, bruh, you can stop all that fake crime, bro. We know it's fake. We know it's fake, bro.
Dan, I know this is hard, but when is the last time that you saw your wife alive?
Did you call 911 when you heard the gunshot?
No,
Okay.
I didn't. Oh no, I didn't.
Well, help us out with the time frame, all right?
I didn't think it was a gunshot. I was
Okay.
downstairs, TV going.
Now when the
like
police
something
all
hit
go
the
away, he
floor
like,
or
yeah,
something.
nigga, that
I
bitch
don't
got what she
know.
deserved. What he gonna
When
say
was
to
the last time you
himself?
saw your wife before she went to go take a bath?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
Well, he's my fault, bro.
Or something stairs, TV going. It sounded like something hit the floor or something. I don't know.
Hit the
When was the
floor.
last time you saw your wife before she went to go take a bath?
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half.
Hour and a half?
Okay.
Hour and a half or something. I don't know. I really
Oh,
don't know.
no.
Out of it.
It's about 11:15.
Maybe 9:30.
9:30 or so?
I think.
Okay.
Why is he talking like that, bro?
Dan appears heartbroken, crying uncontrollably and barely able to breathe, which explains why when asked about the timeline of events, he struggles to put together a clear account. However, officers find Dan's claim that he mistook the sound of a gunshot for something falling strange. After all, Dan was a former Idaho State Police trooper with firearms proficiency and tactical training, so it seemed unlikely
Bro,
that
he
wouldn't
dead. Don't even
recognize
look
this
like the same
proficiency
person
and
with that fat ass beard he
tactical
got.
training.
Or
So it
mustache,
seemed
that big old
unlikely
mustache. I
that
gotta stop cussing. That big old mustache
he
he
wouldn't
got.
recognize the sound of a gunshot. But the most interesting detail officers have
What's that?
overlooked is that Dan actually has a violent criminal history.
And y'all let that nigga be a cop?
2013,
You mean
after
tell me a
discovering
nigga with a violent history is able to carry a gun 24/7 legally?
Kendi had
Wow.
an affair with a neighbor, he confronted the man at his workplace and threatened to kill him. He later
Oh.
faced with a neighbor. In 2013, after discovering Kendi had an affair with a neighbor, he
Nigga,
confronted
bro, rest in peace. Nigga, she got some guts, bro. She got some guts to having an affair with a neighbor and then ask for a fucking divorce. And if that wasn't enough, chat, if that wasn't enough, if the asking for a divorce after having an affair with a fucking neighbor of all people, like she couldn't even have the respect of her husband to have an affair with a nigga at her job, bro. A nigga at her job who her husband would probably never met, cause he probably would never went up there to her job, bro. But she went around and got with the neighbor, and then she gonna ask nigga for a divorce. And to wrap it all up, put the cherry on top, bro, she gonna ask this nigga for $1 million after the divorce. Wow.
the man at his workplace
Wow.
and threatened to kill him. He later faced stalking and harassment charges, including tampering
Shit,
with
y'all think Bobo right here, y'all think he believe him? Y'all think he believe Dan, whatever his name is, after he said, I'm gonna kill you?
man's vehicles and firing shots at his house. Dan pleaded guilty, served 4 months in jail, and resigned from the Idaho State Police. This daunting information would be the first sign that Dan's claims may not be as truthful as they initially appeared. Back at the house, police continued examining the scene, and while nothing screams foul play yet, it's when they start speaking with Dan that things shift. His strange mannerisms, unconvincing sobs, and a few careless wordings make officers
I knew I wasn't the only one think them sobs was fake, bro.
suspicious, hinting that his grief may be more of an act than reality.
Yeah, he's upset, but it's not real water works or anything. He's freaking out and like gagging, but
This one's interesting because as I can't peg him as a suspect or anything, but you know, us in our line of work, we kind of know what to do and what not to do. But it's funny that, funny and how that the gun's at a bathtub. Can we get fingerprints off the way? So in this case, GSR on the hands.
well, that was he was asking. He was like, "Well, what are they doing in there?" And he was like, "That's a stupid question. I should know that."
Officers noticed Dan making sobbing noises and covering his face, yet no tears were ever visible. To make matters more complicated, the gun Kendi allegedly used was found submerged in the bathtub.
Bro, and he would have been much better off, like, just acting like he was in shock. Like, just staying there, like, not saying a damn thing. He would have been, because officers would believe that. Officers not going to believe you doing all that. Oh my god, my wife died, and they don't see no tears, bro. They're not gonna
making
believe
it
that.
impossible to
Nobody's
confirm
gonna believe that.
through DNA who pulled the trigger.
That's smart, though, by him.
Soon,
I ain't gonna lie.
officers would find more suspicious
Boy,
details.
and the crazy thing about it, he probably couldn't wait to kill his girl after he caught her cheating. He could not wait to kill her after he caught her cheating, bro. This nigga had this shit planned out ever since he caught her having that affair
Inside the house.
Again, ever since he caught her fucking that neighbor next door, he was planning this shit, bro. The night before he killed her, he probably couldn't get no sleep either because how excited he was to kill her.
That's women's clothes. That's a purse.
That's a Victoria's Secret duffel bag.
And a Victoria's Secret duffel bag.
And then there's a list of stuff.
That's why we have your.
I got you.
There's a list here of
I'm useful for
how they're going to
something.
split things.
What officers just discovered is game-changing. They find a packed duffel bag with women's clothes and divorce papers
Wow.
showing Kendi would have received nearly $1 million if the split went through. It looks like she was ready to leave.
Bruh. I'm gonna keep on saying it, bruh. You cheated on this nigga and then had the audacity to ask for $1 million in the divorce. Oh, you motherfucker. Rest in peace to you, bro.
But instead, she turned up dead under circumstances
Nigga.
that appeared self-inflicted. But what
Ain't that
officers
some
discovered
shit, bro?
Next,
I don't even know how I would react if, oh my
take
god.
that suspicion to a whole new level.
No. I've looked into the water temp.
It feels like it might still be a little warm.
Well, a little warm because people don't take warm baths. They take hot baths.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting.
Nigga, you lying to me, nigga. I take warm baths, boy. I can't be, bro. Yeah, I was about to say something weird, bro. I take warm baths, bro, because if I hop in that bath and you know certain men parts are too hot, that shit, I'm getting the fuck about that bath, bro. I don't like taking hot baths. I like taking warm.
Now because that's gonna change later.
Well, and the bubbles are still, so it's kind of looks like it's fairly fresh.
And you got the bubbles and all that stuff in your pictures.
Yeah, because the bubbles are still, they're popping right now.
Dan claims that Kendi went to the bathroom about an hour and a half to 2 hours earlier, but by that time, the bubbles should have already disappeared.
Right.
This suggested that the bathtub had been filled recently, contradicting Dan's timeline. Additionally, there is almost no blood in the water despite a point-blank gunshot wound. The dryer
Nigga, are you serious? You couldn't, like, bro, all it, like, the first 3, all right, cool, bubbles still popping, bathtub recently filled. But, nigga, I said the first 3. The first 2, but the third one? You ain't think to put no fucking ketchup in that water? You ain't think to put, like, no red color? What was it called, bro? The red food coloring in that water, make it at least look realistic.
Freshly washed items and no clothes anywhere in the bathroom or bedroom. If Kendi had walked into that tub, she would have had to cross the house naked. Something that made no sense for a woman planning a divorce. Bathroom or bedroom. If Kendi items and no clothes anywhere in the bathroom or bedroom. If Kendi had walked into that tub, she would have had to cross the house naked. Something that made no sense for a woman planning a divorce. Taken together, these details made officers not just suspicious anymore, they now had enough reason to doubt Dan's story, and it was time to put him under pressure. Dan was brought back into the house to wait for detectives, and it didn't take long for his behavior to grow even more unusual.
I'll have a chat. You asked me who I needed here.
Hold on. You asked me who I needed here. He sound like that one nigga from SpongeBob, bro.
Here's the deal. Okay.
I'll tell you what the deal is, man. The deal is.
Okay, then you're gonna listen to what we say, all right? Right now, this is a crime scene. We don't want anybody that's not here to come. If he wants to park down the street and sit in his car until he's allowed to come in, that's fine. He just can't come into the house.
Tell him that when he gets here.
I will.
Please.
I have no problem with it.
What happened?
How pathetic am I, man?
What's that?
How pathetic am I?
Not at all, sir. I can't imagine. I can't imagine what you're going through right now.
I get a drink of water.
Hey, you just can't wash your hands.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gonna try to wash this thing?
We're
okay. Thank you.
I got an entire thermos that I'm sure I'll make it through by end of shift.
All right.
Thank you very much, though.
Thanks for the offer, sir.
I don't want to be the total asshole.
Officers noticed Dan's dramatic mood swings. One minute, he was distraught, covering his face, and the next, he was calmly offering deputies coffee. His self-pity seemed more focused on himself than on the tragedy of his wife's death. These shifts could be signs of over-control slipping. A man trying to manage impressions only for stress to reveal sudden lapses into irritation or inappropriate normalcy. Finally, the detectives arrived, and Dan's questioning began.
You want to have a seat at the bar or something where we can have something flat to right on here?
Alright, my fault. I was a little bit yawning and shit. Bro, it's been how long and he still ain't asked a single question about his wife? He ain't say, can I see her? Nigga ain't say nothing.
No, I mean, would you mind coming over? So, what was going on tonight?
Marital problems.
Mm-hmm.
And,
you know, she just realized she couldn't do life without me, so she just killed herself. She just killed herself, man. We're having marital problems, and she killed herself once we found out that we were going to get a divorce because she found out she couldn't do life without me.
she realized that
Watch.
the house has to be liquidated. Too.
Oh, I thought he was going to say it.
She went upstairs and she always takes a bath before bed. So I heard the.
Hey, nigga, is taking a bath before? What's better, bro? Hold on, dude. What's better? Taking a bath or shower? That's bullshit, bro. Howard showers. I'm telling, like, Nick, showers are more hygienic, dude. Taking a bath before you go to bed, bro. Like, instead of a shower, like, only taking a bath. That's crazy, dude.
Bath running.
I feel like the shower. I don't know. I just feel like the shower. I just feel like it's better, bro. More hygienic.
And, I heard something hit the floor, I guess. Didn't sound like a shot. I didn't think it was a shot. Was down there watching TV, drank a beer, looked at my list, trying to think, I don't know, I guess I lost track of time. But I come upstairs.
Like, is this divorce has already been decided, or is it?
No,
it's open for discussion.
About her. Yeah. She wants a divorce one day, she doesn't the next. She brought home divorce papers, just preliminary ones.
Was this the night we got called out here?
No, I don't know if she had them then. First, it was okay, and then and it wasn't. And she didn't like the idea of liquidating the house down there.
Kendi had a boyfriend and planned to move in with him.
Bro, she fucked the neighbor, and right before she get a divorce, nigga, they not even fully divorced yet, and she already got a boyfriend. What the fuck, bro?
She had already put down a deposit on a house for them. He claimed that Kendi didn't want to split.
Low key, bro. I'm not saying what he did was right, nigga, but I'd be damned, bro. I'd be damned if my wife cheated on me, ask for a divorce, and before she even asked me for the fucking divorce, she already got a new boyfriend. Like, what the fuck type of shit is that? She cheated on me with a neighbor, and then she gonna ask me for a divorce. And right before she asked me for a divorce, she already got a new boyfriend. But nigga, not even that, bro. She asked for the divorce, and then she gonna have the fucking nerve. Excuse my language. She gonna have the nerve to demand, ask, whatever you want to call it, $1 million.
The new house,
knowing damn well that $1 million is gonna go towards her and her new boyfriend to start. Oh hell no, bro. I ain't giving that new nigga shit. I ain't giving that nigga shit, bro.
With him in the divorce.
It's not even about her at this point. If I was that nigga, it's about the new boyfriend, bro, that you cheated on me with right before you asked for a divorce.
And hoped to keep it for herself, since the down payment.
And she gonna ask for the house for herself. Wow.
Been made while they were still married.
Hold on, bro.
He claimed that Kendi didn't want to split the new house with him in the divorce and.
Oh, okay, that's what he claimed.
Keep it for herself. He didn't want to split the new house with him in the divorce and hoped to keep it for herself. Since the down payment had been made while they were still married, the house was considered a marital asset. However, this didn't make sense if she had taken her own life. In fact, it suggested she was looking forward to the future and was ready to move on. Detectives asked Dan about the gun and how Kendi obtained it, but he quickly steered the conversation towards something that would support his version of events instead.
Okay. Where'd the gun come from?
Oh.
What gun? A gun? What you mean gun?
And I had it in my safe till Sunday. We had the,
nigga just had nigga brought out his safe. Hey, I ain't telling you to kill yourself, but if them thoughts ever do arise, just know the gun's right here. I brought the gun out my safe. Just wanted to let you know.
Most of the list done. We finished it tonight.
I ain't trying to tell you to do nothing, but it just if you wanted to, if them thoughts do creep up, just let you know I brought the gun out the safe and it's right here, and I'll go downstairs while you up in the shower, and you can do what you gotta do.
Guns, she'd pick something, and I'd pick something.
Now, obviously, I know that's not the truth and shit.
One was her gun, so I went and got her gun.
And put it where? When was that?
I think I just put it on the counter here. We were up here. He's downstairs here. This is when we had our first problems. And she's upstairs with that gun. We were having problems, and I told her, I said, I can't work out. She had it on her hand. She put it up to her head. She freaked me out. And I thought, for sure, here we go. And dropped the gun and shot through the floor. I shot through the floor and hit the tile by the wood stove, and so I repaired some things downstairs. I took the gun away.
Same gun?
Same gun.
Did she ever make any statements that had you concerned about her well-being?
Yeah, about every day. Well, it's just she's so emotional. She tells us, well,
gang. I ain't gonna lie. If anybody, if there's anybody whose well-being we need to be concerned about, it's his, bro. His wife cheated on him 2 times. Asked for a divorce, and then in that divorce, she asked for $1 million. That nigga, I wouldn't be surprised if he actually killed himself, bro.
Split up. I agree with her.
Like y'all know what I'm trying to say. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if this was a whole completely different story, talking about how the officer killed himself and the wife was still alive.
And she'd go the other way.
But like, the wife actually didn't kill him. The nigga actually killed himself because like how much shit he's been through with his wife and shit.
This hitch, last hitch, we're pretty distant, you know. I knew something was up, but
Last month,
yeah, whatever that turned out to be.
The detectives pressed further, asking if Kendi had been cheating on him again. They were aware of the 2013 incident with the neighbor and used these questions to
nigga, that was 8 years ago, nigga.
For any hidden motives that might point to Dan as the suspect.
Yeah, nigga, they said this happened in 2021. That was like 8 years ago, bro. You'll be straight.
To tie him to the crime.
I say you'll be straight. Nigga, why are you still with her? That's the main issue. With the neighbor? Why are you still with her?
on you again?
I asked her that.
What did she say,
gang?
gang?
Give me closure, because, you know, that would be it. She said she hadn't been.
You believe it?
Man, her behavior.
She hadn't been because in her mind, she was already divorced from you. That's why she said she hadn't been, technically.
It just doesn't add up. Okay?
Did she ever talk about wanting a divorce last time?
No.
She did she?
I left. And then she asked for me back, and I did. I came back.
By now, they were growing more suspicious of Dan, but they still didn't have enough to prove his guilt. It seemed like for every question they asked, he had an answer ready. So detectives pressed forward, relying on his cooperation so far and hoping he wouldn't request an attorney.
We could understand some of our concerns here. You guys are going through a tough time. Someone ends up deceased. There's only 2 possible reasons, you understand? Not accusing anything, we just got to take a look at everything.
I never touched her.
Yeah, sit down for me.
Yeah, nigga, you ain't touch her. That gun, that bullet, you put in her head, touch her, not you.
I mean, I don't have to tell you. You've been in this job long enough. You know as well as we do. So I'm gonna point out, ask you.
Did you kill her?
Sure.
Like, no. That's a dumbass question. Do you on it? No way he expects him to say yes. There's no way the person who asked that guy that expects the person to say, yeah, bro, I shot my wife. How'd you know? Hey, man, hey, I ain't gonna lie, you smart, bro. You smart, bro. How'd you figure it all out, bro? Right before you put me in handcuffs, just tell me how y'all, figure it all out that I shot my wife.
This conversation's gonna be over if we keep this line up.
You know we gotta ask the question.
Yeah, you know as well as we do.
Dan outright denied any involvement in Kendi's death, but detectives were growing increasingly convinced he had a role. There were just too many things that didn't add up. The packed duffel bag, the freshly filled bath, Dan's odd behavior, his criminal past, and most importantly, Kendi's worrying claims from days earlier. Even so, they had no conclusive evidence to hold him accountable until Dan requested to call his and Kendi's children to inform them of their mother's passing. But that phone call wouldn't go the way Dan expected, and for the detectives, it would change everything.
Where she shot the hole in the floor. On that hole. They are here.
Why is he talking like that?
You don't hear them.
Why is he talking like that?
They're right here.
I think he's talking in code, bro. I think he's talking, you know how you be watching them TV shows and they be talking in code, like when they try and do a drug deal. What he's talking like he's like slow. He's talking real, like they are here. What do you mean you don't hear them? I think when he's talking like that, he's trying to tell his kid like secretly that the mission's over with.
What? What are you talking about?
Now that was normal. That was normal talking.
Oh, you could be kidding me. Oh. No. I'm not saying you are. Told her we're liquidating the houses, both of them. And okay.
Dan's stepdaughter immediately accused him of Kendi's death, a detail that caught detectives' attention. It was especially concerning because if Dan were truly innocent, it would have been so unusual for her to start blaming him so directly. So detectives used that opportunity to directly confront him.
She just accused you of this?
No.
That's what it sounded like. Why would she do that, Dan? Why would she think you did this?
I don't know if she does.
Dan, I was across the room and I could hear her.
Oh, I know.
She's angry. Why would you think you did this? What in the world would give her that impression?
I mean, shit, nigga. Maybe the fact that her mom cheated on him, her mom cheated on him again, and then the mom asked for a divorce, and then the mom asked for $1 million in that divorce. I don't know. Maybe that's why she accused him of doing some shit like that, bro. Maybe she knows how fucked up that shit was from her. Like I said, recipes are nigga. That was some fucked up shit from the mom's point. What the mom did. She did some fucked up shit, bro.
Mom would watch. Believe their moms would do that.
And they also don't want to believe that their dad would do it.
Yeah.
Stepdad, bro. Stepdad.
I haven't heard somebody that angry in a long time.
She's emotional.
I'll be honest.
I'm saying, like, bro, I'd be mad too if my mom killed herself. If what I heard was my mom killed herself. Or no, I'll be sad. I'm tripping. But like, bro, like it's the same thing. Sad and angry, bro. That's what I'll be sad and angry.
Yeah. Think you killed your wife?
I have no idea.
Because I got to tell you, that phone call put chills down my spine. You did it, didn't you, Dan?
No, I didn't.
I didn't think so. But now, after listening to that, I think you did, didn't you?
How the hell? She doesn't know. She wasn't here. She knows what.
Well, what does
she knows that there's a divorce going on?
What does she know? She knows something. She wouldn't have reacted the way she did.
Well, I don't know what it is.
She obviously had concerns if that was her knee jerk.
Okay. Well.
You understand where we're coming from?
Because I have talked to my daughter about that. You think all you want.
I think you did.
No, I didn't.
Despite detectives' pressure, Dan didn't budge, insisting he had nothing to do with Kendi's death. And at the time, they lacked the evidence to prove otherwise.
Why hasn't he asked for a lawyer yet?
Covered his tracks meticulously, and for now, he remained free. Complicating matters, the coroner's exam found nothing pointing to homicide. With no immediate proof, detectives began a long, methodical investigation. Knowing they had to build the case from the ground up, they obtained a search warrant and collected evidence from the scene, noting suspicious clues like the running dryer, the lack of blood, and Dan's odd demeanor. Still, the scene resembled a possible suicide. Most importantly, they couldn't arrest Dan due to the lack of immediate probable cause. Without autopsy results, forensic evidence, or witness testimonies, arresting him prematurely would risk the case falling apart in court. Dan's claims, including his insistence that Kendi had been suicidal, needed to be disproven. The only ones who could help them challenge these claims were Kendi's children.
Where the boyfriend could help her, help challenge that claim.
So detectives brought them in for interviews, hoping to use their statements against Dan later on. What they didn't anticipate was that one of the kids would have a very different perspective on what happened that night.
So, when we talked the other day, I guess today, what do you think? What are your thoughts? What do you think happened?
I know he shot her. I know. I don't feel like there's probably going to be anything to prove that. I know how he is. He would have thought that out. I feel like he probably was going to do that Friday, and when she woke up, he didn't have his chance that he wanted, and she went back home, and she shouldn't have went back home. Yeah.
Would it be normal? I mean, if she, if we wanted to flip out over this house, to go upstairs, undress, somehow make it from the bedroom to the bathroom naked, because there's no clothing in the bathroom.
That's not super weird.
Right.
No.
Okay.
What?
She takes a bath almost every night. Okay. It's odd for her to not take a bath. That would be weird.
Okay. Pour a bubble bath, not just a bath, but take time, put bubbles in it. Put her hair up so her hair doesn't get wet.
No, that's also normal.
Okay.
She didn't want her hair wet ever in a bath.
And then get in the bathtub and commit. Would she?
There's a problem with that, and it's what bugs me the most. I've thought about it several times. She's getting her done and her done. She obviously has a little bit of issues with how her body looks.
Oh, she's getting her ass and titties done.
She obviously thought several times. She's getting her done and her done.
Okay.
She obviously has a little bit of issues with how her body looks. There's no way in hell she'd be okay with people finding her naked.
Kendi's daughter was fully convinced that Dan had killed her mother, although everything about that night seemed to align with how things...
She cheated on her husband with like 2 niggas, bro. What you mean she got a problem with people seeing her naked? Obviously, she don't got a problem.
Normally went, her daughter knew something was off. Bro. Even with everything seeming as normal as it could have been, Kendi's daughter was certain Dan was responsible for her mother's death. Meanwhile, when detectives interviewed Kendi and Dan's son, they were surprised by his reaction, because unlike his sister, he believed his father was completely innocent.
She was on the phone talking with people right up near the end.
That she talked to you before?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And there was nothing mentioned, about being depressed. In fact, it was the opposite.
Yeah.
So that seems a little odd.
I don't know. I don't think he did it. She wrote a will on Friday when she was down there.
Oh, wow.
I don't know if you guys heard that yet or anything. That's what her...
She must have known she was going to die.
She packed a bag, left, and then came back the next day, even though she was super scared. And she wrote a will that day, though. That's almost like... It doesn't make sense to me. It's like, why would you go down there for a day, write a will, come back to someone that you're scared, that you're deathly afraid of, with a will in your hand then?
After the interviews and evidence collection, a few key details stood out in Dan's favor. Details that carried heavy legal weight. Kendi's will seemed to support his claim that her death was a suicide. With no concrete evidence, Dan wasn't charged. For nearly 2 years, he lived as if nothing had happened.
Why the fuck are you not out the country, bro? Nigga, if you don't drive your ass down to fucking Mexico, if you don't take a flight to fucking Russia right now, dude.
Believing he had gotten away with murder. But investigators...
After the 1 year hit, bro. After the 1 year anniversary, bro, of that shit. I'm taking my ass to Mexico, not even to Canada, to Mexico, some part of South America, or Russia. That's what I'm going to do.
He was involved, kept working day and night to find something that would finally tie him to the crime. That's when they made their breakthrough. Investigators realized that Kendi had likely been killed before the gunshot was even fired. Experts reviewing the autopsy confirms that the angle of her wound was inconsistent with a self-inflicted shot, as it was slightly downward, suggesting someone else had pulled the trigger. She was already dead by the time the gun went off, which explained the unusual lack of blood in the bathtub. Adding to the suspicion, investigators noted that the dryer had been started about a minute after Dan's 911 call, an apparent attempt to destroy evidence. There was no escaping the evidence. Dan's time was up.
Why didn't he just do all that shit the day before? That makes no sense. Hey, shit, I didn't mean to do all that. My fault. Where we at? Where were we, chat?
About every day. Well,
hold on, bro. Alright, cool. We're gonna get there. My fault, bro. Hey, how was y'all's day today, man? How was y'all's day, bro? I hope y'all had a wonderful day. Oh, shit. Here we at. Boom.
Off, which explained the unusual lack of blood in the bathtub. Adding to the suspicion, investigators noted that the dryer had been started about a minute after Dan's 911 call, an apparent attempt to destroy evidence. There was no escaping the evidence. Dan's time was up. Dan was arrested in 2023 and his trial began in 2024. The trial lasted about 2 weeks, during which 62 witnesses testified.
62?
After 8 hours of deliberation.
Bro, how many ops does this nigga have? You have 62 people to come up on stand and say, oh yeah, no, trust me. No, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck what the evidence say. That nigga did that shit. That nigga did that shit, bro. I promise you that nigga, 62 niggas are saying that, going up on stand saying, what has he done to gain those people to go against him, dude?
The jury returned with a guilty verdict, ensuring that Dan would be held accountable for Kendi's tragic death. Dan killed Kendi because he couldn't bear to lose her and their shared wealth.
Nigga, he killed her because she cheated on the nigga. Like, I'm just being real. I'm not saying this is right that he killed her because she, you know what I mean, did all this fucked up shit. I wouldn't have killed her, me personally, if I was in his shoes. I would just went to court with it, and whatever happens, I would put it in God's hands, bro. This is what happens when you don't put things in God's hands. Bad things happen. This is why you should put things in God's hands, dude. But like I was saying, bro, he killed her because she cheated on bro, and she asked for $1 million. After she got a divorce, or she asked for $1 million in the divorce. Mind you, she gets a boyfriend before she asked for a divorce. So
her desire to leave him, along with the possibility of
that shit would fuck me up too. Respectfully, dude, that shit would that would hurt. That would hurt me too. I wouldn't kill you, but I would definitely feel hurt.
Losing everything pushed him to commit murder.
Nigga, you gotta think, this nigga about to lose his girl. I don't like to call girl bitches and shit. I was about to say bitch, but he's about to lose his woman, his wife, and $1 million. His wife and $1 million. I did not just freeze up there, bro. I just wanted y'all to take a second and realize that shit, bro. I want y'all to take a second and put yourselves in his shoes, bro. You about to lose your wife and $1 million, my nigga. Mind you, your wife has cheated on you.
Instead of letting her go, Dan Howard
the fuck you mean let her go, nigga? Bruh.
Found guilty.
Oh, I mean, like, I see what he's saying, but still, like, bruh. It ain't no letting her go. She asked me for $1 million. How am I supposed to let her go? Bro, if I give you $1 million, cuz, it ain't no letting you go, my nigga.
Of second-degree murder in the killing of Kendi Howard, as well as the related domestic battery charge. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for the murder, with an additional 10-year sentence for the domestic battery charge. This ensured that he would
I said it ain't no letting you, nigga. If I give you $1 million, bro, you're like, I said what I said earlier, bro, because if I feel as though if I give you that much money, bro, it's because I know for sure that we locked in and we ain't never gonna leave, bro.
The rest,
which is, it's not always that time. It's not always like that, bro. Unfortunately,
of his life
with
behind
other people.
Bars, never able to harm anyone again.